Hello everyone, how are you today? Today we are going to address challenge number 4 in our Think Like a Business Owner challenge. And I'm really excited about this one because at the end of last month, I gave you an exercise to do about taking a notebook and journaling how you spend your time. And I said that we would revisit this later on, that it wasn't a complete waste of time and it wasn't meant for judgment, but it would be meant for self-improvement. And now we're going to put that exercise to work. Think Like a Business Owner challenge number 4 is budget your time like a business owner. So basically what this means is we're going to become intentional with our time. Successful people are not successful by accident. They're successful on purpose. Everything that they do is with intention. So you must be that way as well. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to review that list and we're going to see where our biggest time wasters are. I know for me personally, it's scrolling through the newsfeed on my Facebook. I kind of feel like that's my time or whatever. I glean some great inspiration from some posts there because I have things in my newsfeed that I find uplifting. But in reality, I need to trim how much time I actually spend doing that. It's not that what I'm doing is wrong. It's the amount of time. So what I want you to do is I want you to take one thing this week, one way that you feel you're not spending your time properly for your business, whether it be idly scrolling on Facebook, not setting a time to work on your business. And that is also something that I would like for you to do, is I would like for you to set a business hours schedule. Now for me, personally, this is a daily schedule that I have to set because we have so many different things going on in our family. So I can't necessarily always say 8 to 12 are my business hours and this is when I'm going to work on my business, because life gets unpredictable and some days I have events that I have to go to in the morning, some days it's the evening, so every day sometimes is a different day. But what I intend to do is make my time intentional. If I know, for instance, that between the hours I'm going to be able to work on my business between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. most days of the week, I can do that, of course, then I'm going to set that as a schedule. Now, usually I say, okay, I'm going to work on my business between 6 and 8 a.m. And I sit down, and what do? I answer personal messages on Facebook, private messages on Facebook. I scroll through to find what I'm going to post on Facebook for that day. And my 2 hours is gone, and what have I really gotten accomplished for my business? Very little. Not that posting in your groups is not great. This is not what we're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That 2 hours that you got 2 posts for your group basically in 2 hours, and that's just a lot of time wasted for something like that, in my opinion, for me. So what I intend to do is to be a little bit more intentional with my time. 6 to 6:30 I will post in my group. I will go through my news feed and find something to post in my group or create something to post in my group. 6:30 to 7:30 I will work on my monthly newsletter. 7:30 to 8, I will answer private messages, emails, that sort of thing. But you see how I am being intentional with my time. I'm not just saying I'm going to work on my business. I'm setting a series of goals that need to be done, set the checklist, set the goals, and check them off. If I get done earlier, then hey, reward myself with scrolling through Facebook until 8 o'clock or something. But by being intentional with our time, we're going to be more productive. And it doesn't matter if you're a lowly distributor who just bought their kit, or if you're a young living diamond at this point. They all have things that we can do to manage our time better. And that is really the true key for success, is having the self-discipline to be intentional with our time. And It doesn't take the spontaneity out of it. I know that's not a huge thing for this group, but some people feel like, oh, if I schedule all my time, then what I do? Being intentional will lead results, will lend you to the results that you want. If you're not being intentional with your time, then what's to say that you're going to get anything done? You know, if you don't say, I'm going to work on my newsletter, or this is what I want to do, I need to work on writing a blog post, or something like that, if you don't set that time aside specifically for that. We set time aside for dinner. We set time aside for taking the kids to ballet. We set time aside for, we set our 15 minutes aside. You know, why shouldn't we set time aside to do specific things for our business? Because that is really what this is all about, right? Okay. So that's what I want you to do this week, is I want you to pick one thing that you want to work on this week. One thing in your business that you really feel like you need to advance. It may be cold calling. It may be working on some blog posts. It may be designing your website. It may be designing your newsletter, because you want to do a monthly newsletter for those that are not on Facebook. It could be scheduling posts for Facebook so that you don't spend so much time in that Facebook newsfeed. Set aside one time, and then set aside a set amount of time. Say, I want to devote 30 minutes to this every day. And then every day, pencil in those 30 minutes. I'm going to work on this during nap time, or I'm going to work on this after the kids go to bed. I'm going to get up a half hour early and do it. Don't set yourself up for failure. There's no point in that. There's nothing to be gained by it. If you can't wake up 30 minutes early because you know you don't do mornings, then don't set that and say that you're going to do that. Are you better if you stay up 30 minutes late? Are you better, can you find 30 minutes within your time frame of the day? And I understand, you know, when you have jobs and kids and everything, it's hard. But surely, we can find 30 minutes, an hour, whatever time we need, because remember, this is your business, and you get back what you put in. So, I can't wait to see the results. I can't wait to see what your goals are and to cheer you on and to help you, because I'm participating in this too. These challenges are not just for you, they're as much for me as they are for you. So always take that as, when I give you a challenge, I'm challenging myself to do the same thing, and these are areas that I need to work on as well as give them to you. So let's build this community, let's share, and I look forward to seeing what you do this week. Be blessed.